Okay, so we're going to do a quick video here regarding end behavior of a graph. So what we're going to do here is we're going to start by just graphing a quick x squared. And we know if it's x squared, it's going to open up. So the end behavior is looking at these two tails, and we think about the direction that they're moving in. So these are both ending in a positive direction. Okay? Now, if I was to, so I would say that the end behavior is positive in both directions. The way that we identify that, so our solution would just be drawing two arrows in a positive direction. So that would be our solution. So if I look at something x to the fourth, this is a W shape. And so when it's positive in front, notice our end behavior. It's positive in both ends. Okay, so we kind of look to the right, and not kind of, but we look to the right and see if it's increasing, look to the left and see if it's increasing. And that's end behavior. This is different than increasing and decreasing intervals. It's just the end behavior. So what I like to do is I look from the center out and from the center out, and I see, okay, if I'm reading from left to right on this side, it's going up. If I read from right to the left, it's going up. Okay? And so if I then have an even function and there's a negative in front, it opens down. So I look and see what happens. Both the tails are moving in the down direction. So my end behavior would be two arrows pointing down. Same thing with a quartic function. So if we have a negative quartic function, it's going to be a M shape or upside down W, and notice we have our end behavior is going down in both directions. Now this is going to change when we're dealing with a cubic or an odd function. So x cubed, the general shape of x cubed is this. And so notice when it's odd, it alternates. Okay? And so when we have a cubic function, what you're going to look at is these two guys. So we can identify the end behavior as down to the left and up to the right. So that's our end behavior. If we look at a negative x cubed, we're going to notice that we flip-flop. Okay? So the end behavior would be up to the left and down to the right. That's our solution. So the way that I remember the odd functions, if it's positive, it ends positive. If it's negative, it ends negative. And that's the way I remember odd end behavior for an odd function. So here's a little quick check. So we're going to describe the behavior. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to rewrite this in standard form. I see the negative and I see the odd. So one, the cubic tells me that it alternates. Okay? It's negative, so I know it's going to end negative. So draw a quick picture of the graph. Okay? It doesn't matter if this fits the actual equation, we're just looking for the general shape. And so I look at the picture and I know that it is positive to the left and negative to the right. And that is my end behavior. So just to summarize, remember that end behavior we're going to identify by looking from the middle to the right and then the middle to the left. And that's how we identify our end behavior. So that means this piece is going up, this piece is going down.